Check. It's a little difficult to go third. Luckily, I brought some notes. Excuse me if I'm reading from the notes at times.
It's an essay, not a note.
It's large font, actually. It's 14 caliber. Alright, so first of all, I would say, a lot of you people weren't there last week at the ceremony, but when I saw Christy come out of the limo, it was magnificent, and she looks beautiful. But believe it or not, she looks even better tonight, so I want to recognize that. And of course, the bridesmaids, what can we say about them? Absolutely stunning. Very spirited. Spicy at times, but always beautiful. And more importantly, excellent friends to Christy, which obviously shows over the last however many weeks, standing by her side. So, props to you guys for being there for her. I'd also like to thank everybody for being here, all the guests, and Christy and Nate, and Frank and Sherry, and of course Doug and Pauline for making this all possible. That's a lot to do, and we really thank you for that. Thanks a lot. All right, let's get into the meat of it. So Nate, good friend of mine, we go way back from the Courtney days. For those of you who don't know, Courtney's a small village on the northern tip of Vancouver Island. It's very quaint. There's not much to see there, really. Just a few nice lakes and a couple rivers, a lot of big trucks, and an unlimited supply of lucky loggers. It's actually the capital.
Where is this again?
It's per capita. Cumberland is the capital of Lucky, but it's Courtney, so close enough. Yeah, so I guess the big question here is, how does a small town redneck guy like Nate end up with a beautiful big city girl like Christy? It really doesn't make sense. It's confusing. I was confused coming here. On the ferry, I thought about it a lot on the upper deck. So I'm actually going to answer a lot of questions for you guys tonight, because I know you guys are thinking that, so that's why I'm here. But let's be honest, Adam touched on it a little bit. A lot of you guys might know, but Nate, growing up, he was the best at everything. It's ridiculous. I'm not even joking, man. Literally everything. School, straight A's across the board. Probably the best athlete in BC, possibly Canada. And had the best tan at GC Bank. And that's mostly a natural tan. I'm not talking about the stand-up or the lay-down. That's natural shit. So, when it comes down to it, being this guy's best friend is pretty depressing, man. It's not good for a guy's self-esteem. I would score 1 goal at a game, he'd score 2. I'd shotgun 1 beer after the game, he'd funnel 2. I'd go home with 1 girl. Well, you guys get the rest.
Why has 2 heads?
So we'll move on. But, there's another side to Nate that a lot of you might not know. And, talking to the kid before this event, I promised the guy I wouldn't bring it up. So I'm just going to tell you guys a story that is gambling related, and you can interpret that as you wish. So some of you might know I actually plan to stay, and I'm not going to go into details about the stay because what happens there stays there.
Great. That's very sorry.
Yeah, being the best man, I'm not going to skewer the guy fully. But, we were going to go to Shuswap Lake and go houseboating. It was awesome. Everybody was in. Everybody chipped in their money. We were ready to go. And then some of you might have heard there was major flooding in the Schwab area. The lake flooded over, cars were turned over. The disaster. We found this out like 2 days before. So guys were texting me and were like, Lanes, man, we can't go to this shit. We're gonna die. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. Man. It's cool. But then I look on the news. I'm like, no, it's not cool. So we canceled. And anyways, we talked to everyone. We're like, what do you guys want to do? We got school money that we're going to go house voting for. It's pretty expensive, and in the end, we're like, let's just have a big night out in Van and just give her, natural steaks. So that's what we did. So first thing we do, we go out, we get a few beers. Pretty common thing to do. Start drinking at Cam's house actually, and it's pretty standard. We talk to Nate. We're like, Nate, what do you want to do, man? What's the first thing you want to do? It's your night. Your night, buddy. What's up? And of course, we thought he'd be like, let's get some hookers or strippers, or a pocket full of magnets, or like the standard stag stuff, right? I know he's like, this is the casino, guys. Like, I think we could really be big. You know what? That actually sounds pretty good. And so I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, take $200 maybe, just put it all on red, and see if we can double it, and go from there. But Nate, being the sharing guy that he is like, you know what? Let's all take $100 each and just do our own thing, and then if we win, we'll split it. And he's like, odds are a couple guys are going to win, and then we'll be better off tonight. So we all kind of looked at each other like, well, you know what, Nate? You did pretty good in math class. So this is like a sure bet, right? We're like, fucking hey, let's do this. So we do it. I'm managing the money and giving everybody ground bills and do this shit, and everybody passes in. And sure enough, like we all sit at the same table, pretty good. I think a couple guys went to get blackjack. Gianni, you were at the roulette table. Big mistake. Like worst odds of the league there, but everybody sits down, and then sure enough, 10 minutes later, we all regroup, and nobody's got any money left. That's it. And there were 7 of us on this. So I mean, do the math. That's like a big chunk of our night. So, needless to say, we were down for the night, and that was a series of bad decisions that actually made a pretty entertaining stay. We'll just leave it at that.
Story over.
There's a point, and a lot of you are thinking that there's no point, but there's a point. So, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that even though Nathan Taylor is probably the most responsible, smartest, intelligent, dedicated guy that I know, possibly in the world to this date, he still knows when it's the right time to take a chance, okay? And in the end, isn't that really what love is all about? Just taking a chance? At least that's how it starts, right? And that's what Nate did 3 years ago. He had the courage to take a chance after Christy had creeped him out at the gym. That might be the wrong usage in this particular situation, but gave him her number, and he decided to call back, and that's really what it's about. You can't protect yourself in this world. You gotta open up and be ready to completely trust another person and give yourself to that person. And that's what these two did. Okay? And that's how it starts. And in the end they decided, you know what? This is right, and that wouldn't have happened if they hadn't went forward with that. So I think right now what we can all agree on is that chance has paid off for both of them. Okay? So in closing, I'd like to propose just a small toast and say that, all jokes aside, Nate and Christy, you two are absolutely perfect for one another, and you are truly a match made in heaven. And I